Do you think the creator of Tough Mudder named the event after his German mom?
I can't think of a thing to say.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here on the second of 3 days celebrating Mother's Day week here on the channel. If you've missed the first day, go check out Top Mothers of Horror Antagonist Edition. You can go ahead and click the link right above. But right now, let's get into the countdown of Top Mothers of Horror Protagonist Edition. And we start with number 5, Laurie Strode, aka Carrie Tate, from the movie Halloween, Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O. Okay, I really didn't want to put Laurie Strode on here, but she squeaked by. I was never a fan of the alternate timelines of Halloween, and I cannot stand whenever someone in Hollywood decides to make a sequel that ignores all of the previous sequels. That is just lazy writing. Go ahead and reboot the brand if that's what you want to do. And I'm looking at you, Texas Chainsaw 3D. Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, was the final girl in the 1978 horror classic Halloween and followed up in the sequel Halloween 2 in 1980. Her character was written out with an off-screen death for Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, but she was given a daughter by the name of Jamie Lloyd. This was a nod to the character Jimmy Lloyd that survived with Laurie Strode in Halloween 2. So even though she wasn't a mom and only a babysitter in Halloween and Halloween 2, because it was the same night, you could say that she had some type of motherly instinct. However, we cut to Halloween H2O, which, if you couldn't tell by the horrendous title, that movie was unleashed upon us in 1998. And like I alluded earlier, Halloween H2O was created with a mind that the other sequels never existed. Now, I could understand that feeling when it comes to Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch, because that didn't involve any of the same characters, and it was a standalone movie. So with the other sequels not existing in this timeline, Laurie Strode's child, Jamie Lloyd, now ceased to be. But she was given a new child, John Tate, played by Josh Hartnett. And in this movie, Laurie became a headmistress of a school, changed her name to Carrie Tate to hide from her brother Michael Myers, but that doesn't work because he doesn't use the phone book. He's just pure evil. So during the movie, Michael kills many people and Carrie is put into the position not only to save herself from her psycho brother, but she must save her child too. And a mother's instinct always proves right in these type of movies. Except for the ending. Number 4, Wendy Torrance, from the movie The Shining. Wendy Torrance might be the only mother in horror that has been represented in a novel by Stephen King, in film portrayed by Shelley Duvall, adapted for television played by Rebecca De Mornay, and can you believe it, opera represented by Kelly Caduce. Kelly Caduce? Caduce? Sounds like the noise coming out of a bathroom stall. And even though Wendy's personality has been altered a bit between the different mediums, she still has believable traits. She traditionally is what everyone would think of when they think of a mother. However, she does have some strain with her husband and trouble raising her psychic child, Danny. I mean, who wouldn't have a problem raising a psychic child? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at number 2 in my previous video. You know, the, Antagonist Edition. And as the story of The Shining continues towards the end, Wendy becomes more defensive and protective towards Danny and will do what she must to escape the clutches of her husband, Jack Torrance, portrayed in the 1980 movie by Jack Nicholson. I should say that Rebecca De Mornay's version of Wendy might be closer to King's novel, but it is the intense acting of Shelley Duvall that makes us feel this heightened anxiety all the way to the film's climax. Number 3, Donna Trent, from the movie Cujo. I don't know what it is about Stephen King, but he does a really good job writing moms in his stories. Donna Trent is the wife of Vic Trenton, whom she cheated on with ex-high school boyfriend Steve Kemp. She is also the mother of young Tad Trenton and the main protagonist of the book and movie Cujo. Side note, Dee Wallace was the actress that played Donna Trent in the movie, and she was married in real life to Christopher Stone, who happened to play Steve Kemp, the man that she was unfaithful with in the movie Cujo. While Donna's husband Vic goes out on a business trip, the events of the movie Cujo unfold, and during this time, Donna is trying to protect her son Tad. From the rabid and highly aggressive St. Bernard called Cujo. You know, if I had to put money down on a fight and all I heard was the names Tad and Cujo, my money would be on Cujo. And even though King's novel does end slightly different than the movie, there is no doubt that Donna is a mom that will do what it takes to keep her child safe. Number 2, Diane Freeling, from the movie Poltergeist and Poltergeist 2. Diane Freeling, played by Jo Beth Williams, is the wife of Steve Freeling and the mother of Dana, Robbie, and Carol Ann. Diane shows her true mom form in the movie Poltergeist during Steve's absence, when Diane swims through a pool full of skeletons, runs down an expanding hallway, and safely gets Carol Ann and Robbie out of the house which seems to be possessed. Plus, she does look kind of hot in that whole t-shirt underwear combo she has going on. Steve and Diane are a perfect couple to face the big bad of the movie, which is a demonic ghost that is called the Beast. And Diane's compassion and individual bravery shows no end and is a strong support for her husband as well. Which leads me to another mother. Another mother? And wife of an awesome husband-wife duo. Meaning that number one is Estelle Collingwood from the movie The Last House on the Left. This movie has quite the pedigree on it, and if you have not seen it, it is a must-see, so go ahead and check it out. If you don't understand what I mean by pedigree, the movie was written and directed by Wes Craven, who is mostly known for the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, even though that came way after this movie. And also the producer of the movie was Sean S. Cunningham, who was the producer and was behind Friday the 13th, even though that came out after this movie as well. The reason why Estelle Collingwood is number one on my list is because of what she does in the movie, plain and simple. If people were given the same scenario that Estelle was put into, I don't think there would be too many people that would do things differently. I mean, I could see my parents doing the same thing, probably worse come to think of it, and I would be absolutely terrified thinking what I would do if I was put in the Collingwood's position. Estelle Collingwood is the wife of John Collingwood and the mother of Mary Collingwood, and Mary, for her 17th birthday, is going to go to a concert with her friend, but before they do that, they must meet up with someone to buy some marijuana. And let this be a lesson, kids. Buying drugs from strangers will only lead to trouble, and I say this because, of course, this leads Mary and her friend to be raped and murdered by some rapists and murderers. And this gang ends up back at the house where Estelle and her husband are at, which I think is the last house on the left. Ooh. So what would you do if you were confronted by the rapists and the killers of your teenage daughter? Chances are the same thing that went down in this movie. And speaking of things that went down, there is a scene where Estelle seduces one of the killers, and let's just say she didn't bite off more than she could chew in that altercation. I know it would have left a bad taste in my mouth. So, that was the list of Top Mothers of Horror, Protagonist Edition. Do you agree with my list? Would you put somebody else on there? Would you rearrange the numbers down a little bit? Go ahead, leave a comment down in the box below so I know. And if you like this video, tap that like button. Share it with all your friends in all forms of social media. Do not forget to subscribe so you get notified the moment I upload. And I will see you in the next video.